as well as the general importance of partnering in drug development. Firstly, though, Sigma, perhaps you could share with listeners a little about your journey to today and doing what you do at KBI.
Absolutely. I am a PhD in chemical engineering from Northwestern University. And after my PhD, I started at Eli Lilly, one of the large pharmaceuticals, and was there for about 7 years before I joined Organon, which was a subsidiary of Merck. So I was at Merck for a couple of years. And then in 2010, I joined KBI BioPharma. For the last 15 years, I have built the business at KBI BioPharma. So, as Chief Scientific Officer at KBI, I'm responsible for our analytical process development and cell line services. That's about 500 people. I'm also responsible for our innovation and scientific solutions as well as our digital solutions that gets implemented into our services. So overall, providing guidance to KBI in terms of our next generation services, etc., falls under my purview as well.
Thank you, Sigma. So let's sort of break it down a bit for perhaps those who are new to the industry. Would you mind setting out what it is that a CDMO does and also what the most important factors are that companies should consider when choosing a CDMO?
So, a contract development and manufacturing organization essentially develops and manufactures therapeutic drugs, and that can be a chemical entity or small molecule, or it can be a therapeutic drug that's a protein or peptide or mRNA, so therefore a biologics. KBI is a biologics CDMO. So the service level and clinical phase of the service may vary, also based on a CDMO. When you are choosing a CDMO, some of the key things to consider is number one, the technical acumen, whether the CDMO is capable of dealing with your particular therapeutic drug and have prior experience in doing so, so that they will meet your timeline, your product purity expectations, scalability, robustness expectation. Secondly, the regulatory experience of the CDMO is extremely important. Have they taken this type of modality of drug through regulatory inspection? And thirdly, the communication style of the CDMO, how they will partner with you, the transparency level, the overall communication level. Are you always going to be aware of what's happening day to day and have a role in solving challenges that may come along the way? Are also important, depending on, do you plan to be completely hands off or do you want to be very involved in the overall process of drug development? From our end, we do take a lot of pride in being a true partner with our clients. Another thing to look at for CDMOs is how much risk appetite or risk sharing appetite the CDMO has.
Thank you, Sigma. So, thinking about these 3 points and how KBI embraces being a true partner in this sense when being selected, how does it, KBI, as a manufacturer, hit all these 3 points and thereby help to advance medicine into clinical and then commercial trials?
Yeah, for this, Nicole, I do want to mention KBI's mission statement just because I feel it tells a lot in terms of our thought process. So, our mission is KBI BioPharma is dedicated to building lasting partnerships and delivering innovative solutions to address the most challenging diseases. And our values are ownership, excellence, collaboration, and innovation. So, innovation shows up again and again in our language, right? And what we deliver is innovative solutions in cell lines, some of the best mammalian and microbial cell lines. And these are true products. These are products that we license out to our customers. And we are very proud of being best in class in terms of our E. coli and Chinese hamster ovary cell lines. analytical services being end-to-end, where we have some of the niche services like particle core, cell-based assay, mass spec, etc., truly being having the depth and the breadth of all analytical services you need for any modality, as well as solving complex problems. Customers come to us when they have bispecifics, multispecifics, glycoproteins with complex challenges where they're not sure if a robust, scalable process can be developed. And our success rate is essentially 100% in being able to take molecules through clinical and then into commercial.
Thank you. So if we're to sum up in one statement this role of partnership, how would you phrase that? I know I'm putting you on the spot, but Sigma, potentially, how would you phrase this sort of summative statement on the vital role of partnership in all this when it comes to drug development?
Partnership is key for success. We see ourselves as an extension of our clients, and our objective is to take these life-saving drugs into clinic and into market. That partnership shows up in terms of our transparency, in terms of our quality of services we provide, and in terms of the risk sharing that we are willing to do to achieve that success. To us, again, the success is truly not just being in scope of the program, but being able to take the molecule into clinic and have the right level of product quantity and efficacy of the drug. So whatever is needed to achieve that, we would go the extra mile to deliver that.
Thank you. So going the extra mile transparently with quality, share of the risk. Last question now, Sigma. In your opinion, what does the future of the CDMO industry look like to you if all these factors are in place?
The collaboration and partnership with CDMOs will only continue and get more formalized over time. What we see CDMOs doing now is not just provide the extra capacity, but provide unique innovations, unique solutions that may not be available in-house. There was a time when the easier molecules companies would outsource to CDMO, but now companies can outsource their toughest molecules because the CDMO has centralized various technology solutions and automation solutions, as well as unique, like I said, cell line or process solutions. So over time, that partnership and maybe dedicated facility build out or dedicated, digital solutions coming from CDMOs would become typical. And sometimes, that would be the norm, that you don't build a lot of capacity and overhead in-house. Instead, you work with the CDMO to de-risk and not have to worry about your patent cliff and cost associated with it, etc., and be able to find a true partner in your CDMO.
Thank you, Sigma. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Nicole.
And that concludes another episode of the pharmaphorum podcast. You can find more information about this episode, including a download link and information about previous installments at pharmaphorum.com/podcasts. The pharmaphorum podcast is also available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Overcast, Pocket Casts, Podbean, and pretty much wherever else you download your other podcasts from. Just search for pharmaphorum and follow and hit subscribe. Of course, don't forget to visit our website itself, where you can sign up for daily and weekly news and analysis bulletins. And do follow us on Blue Sky and LinkedIn at pharmaphorum. That's all for now. Thank you for listening.